and do what the D niggas do. Walk in the D niggas shoes. If you think that you know, you ain't even got a clue. I'm a D nigga. Wouldn't you like to be a D nigga too? And do what the D niggas do. Walk in the D niggas shoes. If you think that.
Yo, what up, though, everybody? Back with another episode of the Checkup Boys in the building. That's your boy GP in here tonight. I got my man Meech with me tonight.
Yes, sir.
My nigga Joy Road Town and this boy with me.
What up, dude?
We got a special guest, too, man, on the show tonight, man. My nigga Wanzo in here with us tonight.
Yeah.
God damn it.
X and 9, the Joy Road gang.
One of our brothers that we grew up with, before we start this, I just want to give him his roses while he alive.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
When I say this nigga here was a full-fledged animal with us coming up, then, you know, did his shit, when it had to sit down on vacation, came back home. But one of the most
went to college, man.
Positive guys I know, when, you know, they say niggas either make or break you. I don't think it did neither one to him. It just taught him. And the nigga just, he just took in the knowledge. A nigga that just taught me some history of a set that I've been yelling and we've been repping since we've been kids. And I just want to give you your flowers, nigga, while you here. Nigga, I'm glad you came, nigga.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Is this mic on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what's the deal, fellas?
What up, man? How was y'all week, man? Everybody got a...
I ain't had no fights.
That's what's up. I'm happy for that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, everything was cool. I did a regular work week like a real man supposed to do. And
me too. I ain't do nothing work.
Come home and share the crops with the family.
I could definitely dig it.
Went to work.
Everything was good.
I ain't do no regular work week. I had a hell of a work week, man. We was in that bitch banging all week.
Yeah.
But you did more than 40 hours this week?
Definitely.
Nigga don't do no work.
Oh, man.
At work.
I was there.
And that's key.
Me too.
I done worked every day since I ain't worked yesterday. Well, since Monday. Last week, Monday.
See, this is what happened when you the union man in the spot, man. You just run the spot, man. Like, it's just real. It's okay.
Oh, that stuff a headache.
The nigga don't do no work. I don't give a fuck. I don't put it out there. Because they be shooting shots at me, my people. Because I'm unemployed right now. I'm employed.
No, Tommy, tell the story.
I'm on disability.
Tommy.
I'm on disability.
Tommy was a flash nigga out the crew.
Tommy was the first drug dealer nigga on TV.
Hey,
you ain't never seen him bust a sale. You ain't
Never seen, but
Nigga Bali was scamming back then. You never know.
Hey, or pimping.
Because he kept a cold little piece too.
And he kept a leather on. Them little 3/4 some niggas wore back in the day.
Was he a weak ass nigga for not putting coal on?
He put coal on. Cole just didn't know what he do.
No, he didn't put coal on.
No, but Cole said he never got a call from them niggas though,
That
nigga.
nigga said Cole work with me.
He wasn't solid. Tommy wasn't solid. He was supposed to make sure Cole was living
Cole
bad.
worked at the airport though.
That means he was able to do a job. They could have found something for him to do.
Man, Cole wanted Big Shirley. That's all he cared about.
I mean, he loved people for how they is on the inside, not the outside.
Yes, sir, man. But my nigga Zoe, man, my nigga, my dog, like, for real, like, come up with you, man. Let me know what you got going on, man. Let the people know that's viewing us and everything.
Since I came back home, I've been getting trained. When I was in prison, I ran into a gentleman named Carlos Powell.
Yeah.
Big guy, east side guy. And you know, he was, I'm gonna try and be as brief as possible.
Yes, sir.
Because this what sparked it. But it was already in me because of how I was raised, how my family is. They're working class people. But I went to the feds and I ran into this guy named Carlos Powell. So before I made it to the unit with him, in the cell with him, you know, guys was talking about him, de-essing him. And I'm so ignorant. As soon as they start praising him, in my mind is who is this? Nigga, I ain't.
Hell yeah.
Nigga,
You can speak your talk. You can talk how you want
nigga,
to.
shut up. Like, you
for sure.
de-essing. Like, shut up. I'm so messed up in this mentality. Shut up. You de-essing. So when I get in the cell, the dudes outside, all the other Detroit dudes, they de-essing him. But when I get in the cell, I'm like, damn, this dude humble as hell. And they like, man, he in a Fed magazine. He got da 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 da. So I'm like, ask him to see the magazine. So I instantly look at the dude like, nigga, I ain't asking nobody to see no magazine.
Right.
So when I get in there, the dude asks me, he like, what are you? So I'm like, what am I? Nigga playing Morpheus. He on some Morpheus shit.
For sure.
So I'm like, what am I? Like, what type of time you on, my man? He like, what are you? like, I'm like, nigga, I'm black. It didn't mind you, I've been in state prison for 10 years, so I done ran across every dude to try and convert you.
Yes, sir.
But he like, why you say you black? I said, because I'm black. So instead of arguing, whatever, he hit me with a book. Now in the feds, you ain't got no TV in your cell. You in your cell when they lock you down, whatever. So, you know, I always been an inquisitive dude, the type of dude that watch the Animal Channel, watch PBS, shit like that. I started reading these books, you know what I mean, and these scholars, and I just started, I started seeing it. Yeah. Same way if a dude was to put a sack in front of me, or show me how to serve a custo, I would say, okay, this how you do this. So anyway, I make that short. When I come out, I told them in there, I said, man, when I come out, I'm gonna do this activism stuff, you know what I mean? Because I can't do the religion stuff. I can't do all that. I gotta be me. I gotta be a neighborhood guy.
That's right.
I fuck all that, like, not to say fuck religion, but that's not what I want to do. I'm Joy Road.
That's right.
And I'm not claiming it as no gang, or I'm not glorifying what other dudes glorify. My mother worked in the schools on Joy. My whole family worked in all the schools on Joy Road. My uncles fought the Europeans to be able to live over there. So I say, man, I really love this neighborhood. This where all my memories at. So I gotta serve this motherfucker. So I started looking for ways, the best ways I could to serve it. And I started trying to educate myself on the best way to be the best servant for my neighborhood. You know, my mama still live over there. My aunties live over there. My granny house over there. The school I went to, all my childhood friends, all my memories over there. Bad and the good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I started taking this activism seriously. And when I say taking it seriously, not just going out doing protests, but really being trained to organize, really understanding how politics work. And I'm still getting trained. I don't know it all, but my heart genuine. So, you know, the same way I throw this shit up, or the same way I repped it, or the same way we rep it on these streets and in these facilities, it got to be repped politically. And when it's repped politically, it's repped in district, it's repped in associations, it's repped in block clubs. Got to understand what you're doing. So yeah, I just took it serious.
I got a question. And just to give a little background, like he say, his uncles, like I moved on Joy Road in '92, so it was a little after y'all.
I was just going to ask that same question, bring that to the forefront.
So his uncles and them moved over there, and like this, what I was saying, he taught me some history. So it was 5 families.
That's that's what the brother said. You know what I mean? I wasn't there, and that was one of the things. That's one of the things I've learned. I don't tell other people's stories.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But touch on.
But he said,
touch on. So do me this favor. Touch on some of the neighborhood
the stuff he shared with me.
No, touch on some of what come from the neighborhood that we grew up in, thinking that the shit just started when we grew up.
Okay.
But we didn't. We was ignorant to it.
Because we ain't know no better.
We ignorant to a lot of shit until we get taught it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
you threw the alley-oop to that shit, nigga, so you can talk about it.
I knew before everybody. You know, my grandmama worked at Lessinger.
Right.
My mama worked at Kosciuszko. My auntie worked at McCall. My other auntie worked at Dixon. And one of my close family members worked at Cody.
Right.
My family moved into the neighborhood in '74. It was an all-white neighborhood. Right. And, you know, one of the stories I always heard when I was a child, you know, we was the biggest family over there.
Right.
My granny had 11 kids. Her sister had 7, and she lived right around the block.
They had more cousins than the Wayans.
And we all went to the same. And we all went to school together. We all went to the same school. Mm-hmm. So we was raised a certain way. We was raised off this. You know, they wasn't saying black empowerment, but it was like more like family empowerment. If somebody touched one of your cousins, crush them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that trained me to, if somebody messes with one of the people you care about, period, your friends, whatever, crush them. So I learned, it was a story that my uncle, he was older, his name was Sammy. When he first came to the neighborhood, he was the sports guy. He was the guy he was the athlete.
Right.
He was older than the rest of the uncles. And the Europeans, white men over there, they sons started fighting first and then they started getting involved. But they hopped out on him and broke his arm with some. He told my other uncles, which one of my other uncles, who actually my cousin, but I respect him as an uncle, Rennie, who like one of the well-known street dudes.
Shout out.
Right.
Shout out,
he told him and my other uncle Carnell, like y'all slide. Or, whatever words they use.
Yeah,
split.
back then.
Split.
Split.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all split these jab. Yeah, he told them to dip. So when they dipped, these grown men broke his arm. And when he came back home, my grandmother's father was from the South. And I think, I know.
That's who gave.
He went down south. They had to move back up here because he knocked some down south for being disrespectful.
Exactly.
So he knocked some European down south for being disrespectful. So they had to move up here. And at this time, Rennie and them was 15, 14.
Right.
So when they broke Sammy's arm, he felt like Rennie and my other uncle Carnell left him. So he told them, y'all, fuck that. Y'all ain't coming in this house. Y'all left him. Y'all stay out there and run into the motherfuckers that chase y'all. And their mothers was like, y'all just sleep in the garage. So they slept in the garage. But the day after, my other uncle came and he gave him a weapon. And he said the next thing, he was 15. And he wasn't the oldest out of all of them.
Right.
But he felt like he was the one. And this the story from everybody.
Yeah.
And, he gave that to him. So, my family is, the way I was raised was, and the way they were raised was, you don't have to allow nobody to abuse you. It ain't about being tough. It ain't about being no real nigga. It's about respecting yourself enough.
Humility.
Respecting yourself enough not to let nobody harm you. A rose got enough intelligence to grow thorns. And it's a symbol, it's a symbol of beauty. But it has enough sense to grow thorns for something that would grab it, snatch it, and rip it from its roots. So this how I was raised. If somebody mess with you, if somebody mess with your family, if somebody mess with your friends, you don't lead them. And y'all can bear witness to how we was when we was coming up.
For real.
If somebody messed with one, it's the beehive. You know what I'm saying?
Going down.
That's
This
how it's supposed to be.
listen, me and this nigga sat on the phone and I'm in Florida. He called me. He reminded me of some shit I didn't even remember. Like when the Cody guys came up to the middle school. I didn't even remember that.
Them boys up coming
We
up there.
middle school kids whooping on high school niggas. I didn't even remember
They
that
thought
shit.
they had
I
easy
still don't
win
remember. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The crazy part about it all, man, is we protected Joy Road like it was supposed to be protected. Like, even if we did it in bullshit, like, because we just wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of grew from being wild, like how we just talking about, like it wasn't a lot of big homies for us when we was coming up. Like, we kind of grew to, nigga, my homie is the big homie, nigga. If he said the right shit today, nigga, you the big homie for tomorrow.
But it ain't this the thing, too.
Like, we was teaching each other.
Listen, this the thing, even with that big homie shit, that's another people's culture. That's them niggas on West culture. You know, if we really had to identify, like, or what I would say, in a group, everybody is an influencer. Now, some people are more influential than others because they got shit figured out.
Yeah, everybody got a role
You see
to
what
play.
I'm saying? Exactly. Like I had a friend. Excuse me, I don't want to be disrespectful, but okay. You gotta be respectful. You know, black men do a lot of fucked up shit. So I be trying. So I had a friend. You remember Lil Rock? Little light skinned nigga used to perm his hair, had the like hazel eyes, Busto King. Okay. This gonna sound fucked up, but it gotta be said.
Man, talk about it, man.
So
man, you on the checkup, boys, man. Let's go.
I realized this, you know, he the women were attracted to him.
Right.
Right? So you could try and compete with him for attention, but why?
Right.
When he's going to, it sounds sad, they're going to do whatever he's on.
Yeah.
So you support him. This the fucked up mentality though. But as I got older, that same so I was learning more science. They say a good man will turn a bad thing into something that is good. They'll take waste and turn it into something. You can take manure and turn it into fertilizer. So with that, I learned we not supposed to be competing with each other. If you strong at something, I support you on what you're strong at as long as you understand how to make this beneficial towards all of us. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to that influence, we didn't have like me, I'm not about to call no man my big homie. I got a daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
He
all that
wound up
matter.
being involved on narcotics, but I got a father.
Right.
My mans, some of them had it figured out, and I followed their lead at times, but sometimes in following their lead, I realized damn, dog fucked up.
Yeah.
Dog fucked up. And even when we look at it now, a lot of the dudes that we thought
Was
meant to lead was really fucked up.
Yeah.
They was really fucked up.
Real talk.
Look,
Real talk.
one
I
more
hope everybody hearing this.
One more
Because it's
question.
real talk
'Cause
coming from my G, man.
I was watching your live today, and you said something, and I just had to go into my notes because I didn't want to forget it. You said something like, "This is the only ethnic background that does what?"
Kill each other. It's a culture designed to kill us, bro. No other ethnicity has music or has anybody invested in an industry that promotes them killing each other. A black man like this real shit, and I'm a street nigga.
For sure.
I'm I'm not brother, blah 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 blah.
Nah.
But what I know is we got to be realistic. We are the only ethnicity. We are the only group of people that people invest or are invested in us killing each other. No other group of people has music, has imagery that celebrates them. Even the Italians, they have. And I had to explain this to one of my guys. He an organizer, and he was saying something. I had to explain. He like, man, criminals don't have a political analysis. I said, it's obvious you've never been involved in organized crime. You was just a criminal. Because
And that's a difference.
even when I was, even as a teen, no, not even as a teen, as an adolescent, I was a Gangster Disciple. And we had, in Gangster Disciples organization is set up like a corporation. It has a chairman. It has a board. You understand? It is structured. So we understood organization the way nonprofits are set up like that.
Exactly.
Chairman, board. We understood nonprofits before
we knew what it was.
Yes. You see what I'm saying? So it's like what I'm saying. Like even with that understanding that structure was used to
Go again.
Just to go against us, but crime is a revolutionary thing. It comes from a group of people who cannot compete with other people who have monopolized something, so they figure out other ways. Because you got to think, a government make you pay taxes. That's extortion.
Yeah, that's extortion.
If you don't abide by their laws, they send out law enforcement. That's no different than if the Moors call them the Mufti, if the Nation of Islam call them the Fruit of Islam, if the GDs call them, it's no different. These are all
15,
nations.
19.
Yeah, these are all nations. Now, some of these nations' agendas are more progressive than the other nations' agendas, but these are not gangs. These are ideologies. And shit, you call this country a gang if you talk about territory, if you talk about flags, if you talk about what they do to people, and you can call another country the same thing.
But a lot of shit is called gang, shit like that, to take away from the strength and the vision that they have. They want to make you they want to build you in a negative aspect. Like I was just thinking about, like I just rewatched Godfather of Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good shit. I
Malcolm
like
X
Yeah,
people.
I fuck with it.
Malcolm X people got him together because he saw a different vision. Like he saw something different. They didn't want him to preach that literature. Nigga, we got this lit over here, nigga.
Yeah.
Keep preaching
Preach that.
this. You know what I'm
Preach
saying?
that.
But he
Don't
saw
have your
something
own
different.
mind. Yeah.
And he was moving. He was too smart, nigga. You getting bigger than the program, and niggas get knocked off that's bigger than the program.
And if y'all got something to call in about 248-636-0906, call in and talk to us
That's
about
the
it.
mic
Like
number.
if you feel something different about what my dog is over here speaking about, or
636.
how we in here figuring this out. Look,
The
you
636.
just
that's the
look
mic
right.
number.
Listen.
It's a real shit.
Hey, but look,
There's the number.
but it's valid points in everything that I've been just sitting here listening to. Like
Man,
Zoe,
it's
like
crazy.
Zoe just said about the mafia. You got to realize, nigga, in their organization, they got what's called made men. They can't be touched. You can't touch a made man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have permission.
You gotta have permission to take this guy out.
And if you
it
not
gotta
a
be
made
sanctioned
man,
by the
you can't
family.
do
Structure,
that.
bro.
Yes.
That's structure.
You can't do that.
Structure.
And then it's like what Tone just was saying about the Malcolm X thing. If I start an organization right now and I bring y'all in, I started it or whatever, quote unquote, but I bring y'all in. Zoe get to read and he get his knowledge and he started to manifest past what I seen in the beginning. How can I hate that though? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I expect that. I expect that for him. I expect
Yeah.
you to manifest to a different
That's
plateau
right.
and bring me up there with you though.
That's
But
But
right.
dig this, right? I'm with a DC dude in the feds. And he made a lot of sense. We gotta understand it. Like, one, we have to stop deifying these men. They ain't no different than the dudes you grew up with. And when you start thinking like that, you can do the things that they done. Same thing like Jesus say in the Bible. You will do just as I did and even greater. Gotta stop. Like you gotta understand that everybody got flaws. Now look what happened. You have COINTELPRO. And this really what the war on drugs or Joy Road is about. It's not just about Joy Road. It's about some systemically done to stop young blacks from being militant and turning them into gangsters.
And what he talking about, y'all? This man, like I was giving his flower, he doing a documentary. So the war on drugs is his documentary. That's his pet. That's his baby that he doing, and it's near and dear to us. That's why we wanted him to speak on it because
I need it.
It's educational, and
I need it.
I mean, we talked to a nigga that had been to the Nicholson Gardens on some activity. This man, I'm sorry for calling you a nigga.
Nah, you
This
call me a
man
nigga
been
because I'm definitely a nigga.
Listen, but I mean, you
Definitely
know,
a nigga.
Nigga, you ain't in this bitch cussing. You keep de-essing and this, that. I'm used
I
to you
just
talking
don't
your
sound
shit.
like that.
Nah, you can talk your shit
I'm
on
just
it.
a little smooth.
No, you can
I'm
pop your
definitely-
shit, bum.
Yeah, I
and
ain't-
and
but
when we
listen
say the word bum, it don't mean it ain't derogatory.
Some Dre Rose shit,
That's
man.
embracing us.
Dig this though, Tom. I still talk my shit, but I'm 40 now, so it sound different.
Oh, that's nigga.
You know, you never gonna sound like the nigga that you shouldn't sound how I should
Goddamn.
never sound the way I
right.
sounded
You should.
last. So this is
Just
what I'm
told
saying.
these niggas this on the phone, nigga. We can't be the same.
We all
we
We can't, yeah. I can't
can't.
talk the same way I talk when
Yeah,
I'm 23. I
right.
mean, I haven't grown at all.
as a
Goddamn
man.
it.
But
Yeah,
I
right.
still had the core principles that I got. Now, with this Malcolm X thing, you got to look at what was going on. And you got to look at it like you would look at a man today with both of them. You getting on, one, you always got to remember, this competition, this inferiority, people get jealous. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about certain members may have got jealous. Now you got a man going on national TV talking about another man, saying what another man doing to the same people who you say we not supposed to be talking to.
That's right.
This can infuriate other men. That's a part of that movement. How you gonna go to them and expose all our business to them when you know it's do for self?
Yeah.
Real talk.
So now you have that. You bringing them in the fold. You having these interviews.
Okay.
You exposing this. So to a dude that's unconscious or a dude that wants to protect something that done cleaned him up, The Nation of Islam cleaned a lot of people up.
Definitely.
So I'm not saying it comes from the Nation of Islam, but it may come from someone in that or a group
organization.
Dog, what you just said speaks on what we were saying about communication and elaboration. Perception is everything. Because I'm saying one thing, and then you look like that. That's like the crew, and we got an op, and I'm like, but these niggas ain't that bad. But I'm telling all our business to them.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
you may be using that as a tactic. It don't.
But if you're not using it as a tactic,
if it's forbidden, I'm the only nigga that's
just
sanctioning
opening your mouth. You know
but that's what I'm saying. So you got to watch how men wage war. Yeah. What I'm saying is we can't choose. Like we can choose a side, but if you choose a side, you got to be willing to fall with whatever. You got to be willing to fall with that. So when it comes to both of those sides, bro, and both of them opinions, you know, I don't agree with either side. Then I would never say out to the public
that you don't.
No, not that I don't. I just said it out to the public. I would never expound on the reason why out of respect. Yeah. It's certain shit that I'm not gonna say. It's certain stuff that I'm only gonna say to like a interpersonal or a conversation that I'm not gonna say to the masses. Why? Because I got a certain level of respect and dignity for myself and the people that I admire. But the people that I admire, they fucked up just like me. We black.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit fucked us up. So when we walk around leaders or motherfuckers that's not leaders trying to act like we not fucked up, we all suffer from mental slavery. We all do hoe shit. And it may be seem as hoe shit to somebody else, and some shit may be slimier than others. But at the end of the day, we are all dealing with flaws. So, you know, some shit I just don't go in detail on, and I can't have those conversations with the masses.
But that shit is just like the Malcolm X is still speaking on that. Remember when the church bombings in Birmingham? Yeah. And Malcolm X said they Elijah Muhammad silenced him because he told him not to talk about that because Birmingham was the part of the civil rights begging for their place at the white man's table. But Malcolm X was like, dead girls is dead girls. Dead children is dead children. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How can I not speak on this? Like, I understand, I agree with what you're saying on that aspect, but we talking about dead children right here. You see what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah. And
let's get into, like, dog, how we living now, man? How we make it here? Like, what is we doing to change the perception of how the youth living, right?
Okay, let me ask let me ask y'all a question real quick then too about modern times. Yeah. How do y'all feel when we had these protests when a black man is killed at the hands of a white man?
Good, because I've been at the protest. Go ahead. I'm going to go after you, Tom.
Yeah, I protest.
How I feel about protests, dog, I feel like it's been a lot of protests and like for black people we get mad, we riot. It's simmered that they bang back, it simmered down. We get a little leeway and then it go back. It's like they finesse us. Yeah, they make us think we won.
They do.
Like with this with the fucking election, dog. We voted. We voted the lesser of the two evils.
And you know what I look at it like? I just think we need to take it to our own hands, right? Mm-hmm. So I just feel like say like a Oprah, like she the biggest black, right? Right. I feel Oprah can go in and call for the 100 great black people to get in the room, the Floyd Mayweathers, the LeBron Jameses. And let's figure this out at this group table, how we should change it. Everybody should have their own opinion on how to change it, and we should all listen to these 100 great black billionaires, Kanye, whatever.
Great. The word great is definitely opinionated.
Let's come to a common ground.
You name some motherfuckers I don't think even give a fuck as long as they rich.
So if it's Serena, it's LeBron. If you don't do what you do to make everybody money in America, we can stop everything, right?
Right.
All right. So just say we come up with, all right, well, let's build our And then they're going to say, how can we build our own?
Right?
All right?
Right.
We are the most important people in this room. All you got to do is get back to that. Like, we the most important people in this room. Floyd, you box. LeBron, you hoop. Whoever in football, whoever in everything, we control everything.
No.
So let's get on one accord if we all for black folk.
Can I get it? Can I get in there?
Let's go.
Nah, I'm about to I'm going against you. You know I
Let's go. Let's go.
Nah.
Nigga, you been doing this forever.
I ain't been going against you, nigga. I've been beating shit up with you if you get out of line.
Yeah, but we do
but
this.
Look, though, real shit. Everybody you named was a fucking entertainer. Now, hold on.
Exactly.
Listen what I'm telling you. We don't need no fucking leaders.
No.
Listen what I'm telling you. Just listen. Let me get it off. So, you asked me, what was your question? So I can answer it clearly.
How does it feel when we do these protests? How does it make you feel when we do these protests when a black man is killed at the hands of a white man?
Okay. Now,
when we all come together for that.
Who all went out to a protest?
I've never been to one.
You've been to one. How did it make you feel? Fuck these entertainers.
Horrible.
And what made you feel horrible?
Because it felt like the system was still oppressing us. And all we doing is barking at the door.
Boom. That's what you were supposed to say.
No, yeah.
Call on, because them entertainers ain't gonna do nothing but get in the them entertainers ain't gonna do nothing but get in the room and do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now dig this. A protest, all this shit is strategies to war.
Yeah.
You gotta understand this. So when it come to war, right? When it come to I'm gonna hit you with real shit. When it came to the Vietnam War, what made the United States lose the Vietnam War?
Greed.
No.
Fought it on the wrong territory.
No. They televised it. They showed it.
Yeah.
It disgusted the people.
Yeah.
When it discussed protest is nothing but a form of war. But you have to have people in position to change the legislation. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to have you have to raise the level of consciousness to the. So if you was to change legislation, you still have to raise the level of consciousness of the people in the community to take advantage of it. Because a lot of shit that black people didn't change, other ethnicities then took.
Yeah.
Then had the advantage.
Yeah.
Because blacks have never been they have never taken the advantage in their hands. How can a person come from a third world country and be more prosperous than us? And how can a person control and move their movement when we open up the doors for movements?
Right.
Now, when it come back to this to protesting, right? Protesting is an emotional reaction to an individual who does not know how to organize. When it comes to organizing, you have three things. You have an organizer. You may not never see that person.
Definitely.
You have an activist. An activist is the person that shows up to
everything.
They are active.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have a mobilizer. A mobilizer is the person that mobilizes the activists.
Yeah.
He's the mouthpiece. So when it comes to Martin Luther King, do you know Martin Luther King didn't write his speeches? That he had a whole, this fact.
Yeah. Man, I could
he
believe
didn't
it.
write his speeches.
I could believe it.
He had a whole Southern Christian Council that wrote his speeches. He was the mobilizer.
He was the mouthpiece.
So when you understand the instruments of war, you will understand that you are an instrument of war. And you may be being used by the same people who. So when you go out and riot and tear your own shit up,
that's what they want you to do.
I don't know if that's what they want you to do because that's their business, but how does it impact you? You fuck up everything around you instead of taking all that energy where you want to tear something up and using that energy to build your own shit. That's like these gas stations. You shut a gas station down, these bitches come right back and put their cousins in it.
Yeah.
If
you shut it for 7 more years tax free.
You understand what I'm saying? We really have to figure out how to take that shit. Not shut it down. Take it.
Take it.
Remember when that
How
gas
to beat
station?
them at their game.
But remember when that gas station, that man shot that black boy on 6 Mile in Southfield.
Southfield,
They shut that gas station down. That gas station was down for what? Maybe 6 months at the most.
Y'all went up there then, y'all?
I mean, I went up to Warren in Southfield. They see organized. This the thing. Organizers, and I know this for a fact. If you organizing, bro, you need the community. The community don't back the organizers. This is real. They don't back them, bro. If an organizer out there, and a lot of people who move with the organizers, these be people that volunteer. But when the organizers are moving, the whole fucking community supposed to be out there. This is for you.
Yeah.
That's a question I have for you. How many of the bros when you came home that you was talking your shit, popping your shit to? Yeah, my nigga, I get on you in a minute. Like just was blowing it off.
This, I'm gonna be 100.
You ain't
bro.
gotta say no names.
I mean, I ain't gonna say no names,
Don't
but
do
you
that.
know what I'm saying. I would never do that. That's
Right. I know you.
that's not a logical thing to do.
Yeah.
No.
Cause they probably not there. Cause I probably would have told a nigga back then, get the nigga.
Yeah.
No, matter of fact, I was always the type to be like, come on,
Keep it
for real.
100,
To
man.
be really 100, I'll be with it.
Keep it 100.
But look though,
Depending on if you like them.
what you mean?
If
Oh,
you fuck with,
fake,
if you listen, nigga, you.
Come on,
We
man.
ain't gotta do that.
Come on, man.
I just want to know how many
We
people.
pulling for your
how many
gut.
people took
All
you
right,
on?
pulling for your
this
gut,
what I experienced.
nigga.
This
that's
what
what I
made
wanna
me
hear.
proud, and this what hurt me, right?
Right. That's the
Nigga, I come up out the mud with niggas. You know what I'm saying? We show up for bullshit. We fought niggas together. We went to Fairlane and tore that bitch up
Told that
every weekend.
Saturday.
every weekend.
Now, when it come to building up Joy Road, bro, it's no more parades going down Joy Road.
That's crazy.
Nigga, Kosciuszko is a bando, McCall is a bando,
crazy.
Dixon is a vacant lot.
Crazy.
Lessinger is called Dixon now.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So, this is what I'm saying right here. It hurts,
Awesome.
bro, when you can call a nigga to do some bullshit
Yeah.
that he's not gonna benefit off of, and when you call somebody to do something that benefit not only us, benefit our mothers,
Everybody.
our fathers, our children, you know what I'm saying, our community. It fucks with me, but at the same time, it fucks with me. But I done had a lot of the real ones, you know, they show up.
They ride with you. Nigga,
But it ain't about, then this is what I try and tell niggas, bro. It ain't about riding with me. It's about doing what the fuck you supposed to do.
right.
But this the
because it
thing.
ain't no, like, hold on. All that, and I ain't knocking dude. All that, you see once Nipsey Hussle died, they shut the marathon down, that bitch through. Ain't no one nigga running shit, bro. Ain't no
you
trying to
right.
be no leader or nothing, bro. We all supposed to be doing the same thing. Ain't no following, ain't no, don't no real nigga want nobody to follow him. A real nigga want people to support them and be beside them, and they gonna do the same thing, bro. Who the fuck want a group of followers, bro?
Okay, so I got another question because I always tell my
got
kids.
excited.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's go.
I've
You get
always,
excited, that's what we want.
I've always
the Check
told-
Up Boys podcast.
I've
man.
always
We want
told
the
my
excitement.
kids, in order to be a good lead, a great leader, you have to be a good follower. What y'all think about that?
I
'Cause you have
believe
to,
in it.
You have to know how to take it in to know how to push it out. We
I
all
believe in it.
listen. No matter where we don't. In some instances, we are put in a position to lead. We're not trying to lead. We're educating.
I got a question.
To a certain extent on that though, Tom.
Yeah, I got-
Some people are naturally born leaders though. You can't force somebody who's naturally born to lead to follow though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Yeah, you
in order to lead a motherfucker to some shit, dog, you follow somebody.
But what you
talk-
learning from?
What's the question?
That's my only thing.
That nigga, he just
What
hit on
are you
something key.
learning from?
So we use language that we heard our whole life, leaders and followers.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you separating people, and you allowing a person who may follow to be separate from a leader. So we got to look at it for what it is. We
What
have
you learning
people
from?
who have shit figured out, and people who trying to figure shit out.
Exactly.
Because the person who trying to figure some shit out may know way more than it. Now, right now, all right, let's talk about the streets. Let's get on the streets.
Get on the street.
I'm about to use this as an act because I just figured this out since I got out. I said, okay, goddamn. When we was coming up, we had to sit up under older niggas to learn game to get money. Now, if you older, the old game is obsolete.
You a dinosaur.
So all the game comes from the youth.
The young
So
niggas.
now the older dudes, if you can't humble yourself to sit and
That's
learn
right.
from the youth,
That's right.
you ain't getting nowhere. If you don't learn how to use this, if you don't learn how to use this technology,
That's right.
you out here trying to scrap them,
That's
you
right.
trying to hustle off the hip. And I ain't just talking about like selling drugs. I'm saying you trying to run around
Whatever.
this bitch like you
Yeah.
used to,
Yeah.
put all your body and energy while this little motherfucker just on the phone, making money off of
Man, what-
TikToks and shit. And
I just told
damn
these
it.
niggas, man.
you gotta
we
learn the
gotta
game from the
adapt.
young nigga.
We gotta adapt. dog.
Perfect
We gonna
example
be
of this
lost
shit,
if
though,
we
right?
don't adapt.
Perfect example. We trying to jump into this podcast thing. We trying to take off on this. 'Cause
100.
the podcast is the new entertainment.
Exactly.
So we sitting here, nigga. I Googled and read all type of YouTube shit, how to make a YouTube channel and all. Nigga, I thought my head was hurting, nigga.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure this shit out. We had to call his son to put us together.
And he made it
feel me?
happen.
So
And he
we
made
need-
it
I
happen.
figured that shit out too, man. These
And
niggas,
made it happen.
we the little niggas now.
Dog,
But I'm cool
my-
with it though,
But
because I'm
listen,
still
My
learning.
9-year-old son just sent me a video the other day
But I'm
on the
still
phone
learning.
of him pictures. He got the music. I'm like, that's sweet. He like, think I made this. This nigga
But
9.
listen though, G. Like, when do we stop learning though?
Never.
So is it a certain age that we stop learning?
Never.
Like, and that's the thing, right?
You never-
So,
Only way you
so the
stop
younger
learning is if you think you
generation
know
could-
everything.
And
You
exactly,
don't stop
and
learning
we
till
don't
you
know
dead.
that. We won't know what's going on after us. So yeah, we need to tap into the younger generation and try to blend that shit.
And you said
So
the
what our
perfect thing,
shit,
blend.
dog?
Like you said with your
Blend
son.
that shit, dog.
This what my man
Blend
click
it.
at, right? I say, okay, you understand the technology, but I got the wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then it turns into this Willie Lynch thing. Okay,
Willie Lynch
a
theory.
lot of the children, you know, you so advanced in using this technology. Will you listen to the wisdom so you can make the best of this technology?
That's right.
So, like, even with what you said the 9-year-old, that was
My son.
your son. So, like, imagine if, son, you know how to do this, so you know how to do all the technology. But you actually doing it. You said he showed you a lot about the podcast, right?
His son did the YouTube for
Well, you see what I'm saying? That's where wisdom and that's where the experience and the knowledge come in. See, a person could be smart, but all smart people work for clever people.
Yeah.
Everybody that's
Say
smart
that shit
work for-
again, my nigga.
All smart people work for clever people
Say
because
that
clever
shit,
people
dog.
figure out what smart people
Real.
should be doing.
Dog,
Yes,
listen,
sir.
Christian
Yes,
got
sir.
damn near
Yes, sir.
Christian got damn near 200 followers on TikTok right now at 9 years old.
Yeah.
So you know what me and his mom did for Christmas, nigga? We bought the nigga a laptop and a camera, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm
Get
with-
more. Get more.
Blow up.
Let that
Wisdom.
200 turn into 2,000.
You feel me?
Let that
Let's start-
2,000 turn into 4.
Let's start getting the check off this.
So look,
And that's the same as how we'll get out there on the corner and try to double up.
but look,
You feel what I'm saying?
I
So that's
agree
real.
with y'all,
That's
and then
real.
I got a question. So what do we do about the niggas that's under us, that respect us, that call us unk? Because calling a nigga unk, it's a form of leadership.
Yeah,
And it's still like it's a form of respect.
but the only thing
That you're not even your unk. That's the new word for big homie for real.
yeah, but the only thing about it is though, bro, is we gotta allow that, right? Cause you
Yeah, it's
gotta allow.
allowed.
I'm gonna tell you why you gotta allow it, because we was them same niggas. Like we
We
didn't
were.
even look at you like big homie
But-
or big bro or nothing,
But
nigga.
they-
while we was
but-
doing what we was doing. So let it formulate, nigga, and see what can happen for you and them.
But we got some niggas right now that's eating, that has the respect for niggas that they watch. We gon' watch to get their bones in. They watch make
for
moves.
for sure.
And they hit niggas up. I get hit up on Facebook. I didn't. I don't know the word I'm gonna look for because I didn't.
You better say the right
I
word,
didn't
too.
dumb down some beefs, dude, because these niggas had respect for what we did when we was coming up. You
Yeah,
hear?
yeah. Me too.
That ain't
Yeah.
that don't
100.
necessarily say we followers.
100.
I mean, we leaders.
100. 100.
We're
But they
responsible.
We're responsible. And we're
We're
respected.
responsible. That's
No,
the perfect word for it.
responsible
Responsible come from
respect is a part of it too.
Respect it come from like
when you respect the logical thinker, then you know what I'm saying?
You respect it from what they think about you. Responsible comes from how you think about both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to give both sides some type of clarity, dog. Where we ain't got to go into this shit that I went through.
I think the language, see, and we got to be big.
It's the language.
Listen to what I'm saying. We got to be big on language. So when it comes to respect, like when you say I'm respected, everybody supposed to be respected.
Everybody's supposed to.
Any real man gonna respect everybody. See, you think you looking at the word honored. You want honor.
So
a lot of these niggas not honorable.
No, they're not.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
I respect, like a lot of these, like, okay, let's put it like this. A lot of us actually respect niggas that talk. Because, whoa, is you fucking him up? Is you disrespecting his body? Is you calling him a rat in his face?
Or what niggas say?
Do you call a rat in his face every time you see him?
Or when niggas say that the nigga say he didn't tell on me?
Do you shun a rat?
No,
he didn't tell on me.
But respect even is
that part
staying out their way.
Oh, he ain't tell on me.
Niggas be like, he ain't tell on me.
But
difference gonna make we did it too.
So that's what I'm saying. It's only two ways. It's either respect or disrespect. Is you disrespecting this nigga? You respect everybody, but we don't honor no rats, bro. Niggas ain't doing nothing to these niggas that's out here telling. They not. If niggas, when a nigga that told come around, a lot of niggas don't say nothing.
He ain't tell on me.
Yeah,
that's
and
all
when they
they
open
say.
up the door, and to not speak to them, not to call them what they is, not to say nigga you a
That's
rat.
disrespecting yourself.
No, it's not disrespecting yourself. What I'm saying is we all move with a level of respect. We don't if you're not being disrespectful, you moving with a level of respect. So if you being cordial to somebody? Cordial is based on respect.
That's respectful. Yeah.
If you hold your tongue, what you say sometimes? Your mama done told you something. Sometimes you be like, man, I ain't gonna even say nothing. Why you don't say nothing?
Out of respect.
Out of respect.
So why you ain't saying nothing to this rat?
I'm saying something to every rat.
Nigga, you out of control. You can't.
I'm saying something to every rat.
I ain't
You
gonna
know
lie,
me, my nigga.
I'm
like,
not
you
saying
know
nothing
me.
to every rap, but I'm staying the fuck away from rap.
But I tell you
from
this. I tell you
Don't
this.
deal with
It
them or
depends on how close you are to me. Now, propaganda is propaganda.
But what
you can tell me, dog ratted, nigga. I don't know y'all
But
business, nigga.
how do you determine disrespect though? Is disrespect stay away from you? That ain't disrespect. Because you stay away from some of your family members.
Yeah.
Disrespect is every time.
Staying away though might be respect though.
Run to me though. So.
That's what I'm saying. So
Like,
you
Me staying away from me so I don't have to do nothing disrespectful to you or say nothing disrespectful to
So
you.
listen what I'm saying. So
Exactly.
that's what niggas do with rats though, right?
Yeah, we got
So that's what I'm saying. So the thing is the word respect, you should respect everybody, but you don't honor dishonorable niggas.
Yeah, you a dishonorable
You
nigga.
dishonorable. So we got to if we gonna teach young niggas and niggas gonna actually know how to move effectively and efficiently, we have to break even the street shit, even the way we think down
That's
to
cycle.
a fucking science.
For sure.
Everything is supposed to be respected. And you respect everything because you respect yourself. I'm not about to challenge every rat because if I challenge every rat, I put myself at harm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
If I always try and correct that, I put myself at harm. I have to understand this. I have to understand respect and disrespect, honorable and dishonorable. Now, dishonorable man, nigga, we can't do nothing.
No business.
We can't do nothing.
Nigga, the what up dogs even seem different.
I'm not even what up.
Hey, what my
He
nigga?
might say what up dog, nigga.
Man,
you walking right
What my
down
nigga
the
Red
street.
said on Shawshank Redemption,
No,
we don't do business for shoestrings or a stick of bubble gum. You understand me?
That's bad motherfuckers.
And what I meant by the fam, because the young niggas, you can get a nigga to call you uncle, he's still trying to finesse.
He finessing.
What I'm saying is,
That's why he doing it.
in my perspective, I can only speak on me. When I'm put in a position to dumb something down or something, I bring perspectives of both motherfuckers. Like, now do this even make sense? Nigga, we was on our way to Vegas when we all went. And Lil Bro and one of my little people from the neighborhood, he hate dealing with Lil Bro because Lil Bro, they didn't see eye to eye. Shit didn't go away. Somebody always was extra with some shit. I had to make it make sense to him. Like, dog, you talking about when I brought it to him, he like, you know what? You're right. When I got the phone, girl said, damn. But this black girl taking us to the thing. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about the people in the car, but I'm trying to make sure shit's straight. This is in the past. Make sure shit's straight before I leave out of town, because I need y'all two to deal with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
But what are you losing? I'm telling you what I'm telling you, and he got to do what he got to do. Is no in between. But perspective is everything. Like, I get it. Like, the big homie.
G just fucked me up.
And I got my uncle and my people in Atlanta, my uncle. That nigga saying, nigga, I ain't never had no big homie. Nigga, what you mean, big homie? He hated my Uncle Worm. He don't like that word, big homie. Nigga, I'm a big homie, nigga.
Hey, I'm 40.
Can't do it.
You 40? How old is you?
I'll be 40 in July.
Okay.
You a year older than me, you old ass nigga.
Yeah, I flunked the first grade. My mama held me back.
Can't stand them.
That's what the 80s flunky say. Yeah, my mama held me back. But dig though, I had a man, you know, and I fuck with him. I got respect. He an honorable dude. You know, he been in another environment, and you know, he called me like, yeah, this the little homie. So in my mind, you know, I'm a man's man. You know what I'm saying? So certain stuff I catch, but it's an honor thing too, and it's a respect thing. Yeah. Now, had had a person who I don't agree with it, but at the same time, bro, you got that. You can get it. You know, that's just like when it comes to these dudes out in the streets.
That's what you was just telling me.
Guess what?
That's what you was just telling me.
Guess what? Listen, I told my homeboys, listen, I know who I am. I know what it's hitting for now. Like I was just telling you, we talk about we not taking no disrespect. But we go in these prisons and we take all our clothes off like a fucking slave.
Yeah.
We lift our nuts
the disrespect.
up. We open our mouth at another man's command. Some of us refuse to bend over and spread our ass cheeks. We go to the hole, or they let us slide with just a squat and cough. But some of us bend over as a man and open our ass cheeks.
That's horrible.
But guess what? These the same niggas that couldn't tolerate the disrespect from their brothers killed I ain't gonna even call these niggas their brothers, killed the nigga in the streets. But then when you go in here, so what in the mind allows disrespect? Is it you picking your battles? Because now it comes to now we thinking. If I'm going to strip out, take my motherfucking clothes off. I couldn't tell nobody in here right now to take their clothes off and it not click in their mind like, nigga, is you crazy?
Definitely.
But when you in this environment, you've accepted it. So if I accept that, and a lot of times I'm like, shit, I could buck against it because I don't like it, I don't feel right.
But you know the consequence.
It ain't even about, I want to get to where I need to go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make my travels. So it ain't no different than walking in the store, walking in a gas station. Nigga, you got it. But if you threaten my life, I'm a rose.
He threatened my life.
But listen what I'm saying. I'm a rose, and a rose got enough sense to grow thorns and protect itself.
Think about it like this, though, bro. Like he just said.
My nigga, man, my nigga.
It's been times.
You gotta stop.
My nigga. My nigga.
Yeah, you be.
No, man,
But no, remember the time? Okay, we in the Coney the one night. Remember?
My nigga.
I ain't gonna say no names. Motherfucker in that bitch, they already high off their ass. Or we walk in, but I'm like, what up though? It's always been love when me and this nigga see each other. But the nigga, he jump on some tough shit. What up? And then this man's
nigga,
already
you did something back in the past. That's you did something.
No, the nigga he on some drunk shit. I'm blowed too.
He mad at you for something.
But
though.
no, then his little man, hype man, he already got a broken wing already. Dog, you straight, you good. And I'm thinking in my head like, what if he not good, nigga? What you gonna do about it? But at the end of the day though, like Zoe just said, I'm gotta get my main objective for tonight is get home to my bed. I got kids at home that want to see me in the morning.
Home,
and you
nigga.
probably had a drunk asshole that probably was willing to do all.
I did.
Go home.
Yeah,
that's gonna force me to take it all the way there with it. And now I'm in that bitch taking my clothes off. Got to decide if I'm gonna bend over or if I'm gonna squat and go to the hole.
And your son out here around niggas who don't have, and not to take nothing
None
away
of the
from
values that you
No,
got.
not the values, but they could never love this nigga the way you love him.
Exactly.
When you a real man, bro, and you have a child, I ain't got no children. But I was scared to have children because I know once I had this little motherfucker, it's over. It don't. In my life ain't. I can't do what I want to do. Yeah. But dig what I'm saying. When is one of these? And this comes to. It ain't about being no hoe. It ain't about being no good brother. It ain't about being no black empowerment. It's about this. When do you prioritize the things that matter most?
Yes.
The way a nigga feel about you. The way people in this fucking world feel about you should not be a fucking priority. I spent 15 fucking years in prison. And the way a motherfucker feel didn't give me a secure pack. The way a motherfucker feel didn't stop me from aging. The way a motherfucker feel didn't drive my mama up to the prison. The way a motherfucker feel didn't shovel her fucking snow. The way a motherfucker feel didn't allow me to come out and go to my granny funeral, my auntie funeral, my uncle funeral, my cousin funeral. The way a nigga feel don't mean shit to me. You see what I'm saying?
Real
Because
talk.
I learned something in prison when I was about to go home. You know, I got into it, and the nigga didn't got down off the little blase split talking this tough talk. Guess what? I felt like the niggas, I'm like, damn, this nigga, I feel some type of way about myself for letting it slide. But you know what I learned in prison? The same way with a scar. I said, God damn, after about 3-4 weeks, you don't even think about it no more. This shit don't even matter.
Peel that bitch off,
Yeah, it
nigga,
don't
keep
even
it
matter.
moving. 100.
Two last questions.
Joy Road,
Bro,
man.
I got
Let's get
two
the Joy
questions.
Road, nigga,
I got-
our time, man.
I got a question. I need you to explain what it is that you got on. I see that fly's hat over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I need to ask you,
Talk to me.
what's the difference from us respecting your movement and supporting it? Because I hear respect being a big word. So what's your perception on the difference of, because I respect and support you, nigga. I've been knowing you since we was 10 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You my brother. I can't
For
see
sure,
it
for
no
sure.
other way. And can't nobody, they got this saying like, if a nigga was over here speaking on him, what was you saying while he was talking about him? That would never happen.
Right.
Like, Wanzo, we've been doing this for forever. This is one of,
Rocker.
this
My
nigga
nigga.
can help your comedic skills too, because the nigga's the coldest
Hey, you know the
capping
crazy
nigga
part about
I've
it?
ever
Being
met.
that
But you
he
wanna know
here
what's
talking
sad,
about
though?
this, like, dog,
wanna know
we ain't
what,
really
like-
letting him
We
go.
gotta have him on here again because we got a lot more
it's
to talk
coming
That's what
about.
I'm
back.
telling you. And this black people for you. You know where the sense of humor come from? The sense of humor come from hurt. Coming to
Lack
school, coming to school, not mother providing, having clothing, but not having name brand, feeling like that make me. So when people got that, you know, I got to be the clever nigga. I got to be clever. Like
You a
you
funny nigga.
see,
Yes,
but look though,
yes.
you saying I'm a funny
you
nigga.
was the clever nigga.
But you couldn't.
To me.
But you couldn't. You
For
never
sure.
paid attention that I was slightly bummy
Yeah.
because you was a fresh nigga. You couldn't.
Didn't care.
You was
And
kind
didn't
of
care.
fresh, nigga. You
Man,
want me to tell you about
come
these
on, man.
the podcast? Want to know about them real quick before I leave? These niggas middle school. Yeah, I
Go
just
ahead,
said,
my nigga.
then I'm gonna go
Go
up into my
ahead, my
clothing.
nigga.
Nah, I just said it to him before I came
Go
in here.
ahead, my
These
nigga.
niggas was trying to be dark skinned pretty boys back in the day. Yeah, niggas had waves. They was trying to compete with the light skinned dudes. They was on Willie Lynch Heavy. All them niggas had wave
Hey, we ain't
caps.
know no better, my nigga.
Yeah, all of them had just walking around with jars of Murray's and brushes, not the brushes without the handles. They had the brushes with the they
that
had the
long
pistol-
handle.
They had the pistol grip brushes.
Yeah, that long handle brush,
Them niggas
nigga.
had pistol grip brushes back in the early 90s. But dig though, the clothing line, right? You know, I'm big on fashion, and that come from a place of hurt. Not having, but not having name brand. Being in prison and wearing the same thing every day and looking at magazines like, oh, this fresh, this fresh, this fresh. I know what type of swag I'm gonna come out with. Da 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 da. I know how. Then I got into the graphics, and I'm big on history, and I'm big on our history, like current history as well, the shit that we do, and I'm big on what we going through. So when it come to our history, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, when we look at what's going on, I was even in the feds, and these boys got on yays. You know, the same way these dudes in New York claim Timberland, you know, we can put the stamp on yays. Before us, they wasn't putting diamonds in glasses, correct?
No.
Can I get it correct from everybody?
Yes.
That's a correction for sure.
Nigga,
Correct.
we
So that's
run
a
that.
Detroit thing, right?
That's a Detroit thing.
We also got a rapper, our legendary rapper, Icewood, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do we call these glasses? We call these glasses sticks, right?
Yeah.
Sir.
What do some people call diamonds? Stones, right?
Mm-hmm. Sticks
So-
and stones.
Sticks and stones.
The name of my brand was Sticks X Stones. Sticks and Stones. It symbolized that, but at the same time, if you look at it, it's skull and bones. And it symbolized something. You see the arms up under the skull, the arms to the Cartiers up under the skull. It symbolized how toxic it was to wear these glasses. Niggas was getting smoked over these glasses. Now, a lot of these rappers wearing these glasses, they don't know.
They don't know
the
about
fashion.
the repercussions.
Listen what I'm saying. It ain't even a repercussion. Because they not getting killed over that shit.
Yeah.
The reason why it's trending right now, or the reason y'all find it trendy and y'all we like this style, a lot of people died behind this style. Some of our entertainers, like the dudes, they talk about Dada all the time. A lot of people died behind these styles. So our culture, our city, we got brands, but we don't have a brand that's undeniably Detroit, right?
Right.
So I wanted to come up with a brand where somebody, when they look at it, they're like, damn, like that's some Detroit shit. You know what I'm saying? Because now they respecting our movement. They should have been respecting it. We had the biggest hustler. We impacted culture. And a lot of people kept us out of the industry, and a lot of people don't acknowledge it. So I came up with the concept and the idea. I wanted to keep something simple and plain. The chain coming across the hats came from another designer by the name of Marty. He do a lot
My
of...
head don't got no chain.
I put one on there, bro. But I broke the whatchamacallits too, the ends of them, because whatever chain I ever have on me, I want that bitch cracked. Because I always wanted... all my shit is symbolic. Yeah. But I got you. I'm gonna get you together.
No, just put it on my next one.
All right, brother. You know what I'm saying?
And the old one.
I'm saying I ain't got one. You got an O and I ain't got no drip.
Listen.
And I seen you with it.
Did you see how fly I was?
No, I ain't say all
So
that.
I
just said I saw you wearing it.
Attack my brain. That's how I took it.
So look,
I'm just talking shit.
Look, bro, and I'm gonna call you big bro because you older than me.
Who, me?
You yeah.
Man, I won't dare let you call me that.
Okay,
No.
so I'm gonna call you anyway.
Bro.
Big bro. Listen. So look, the reason I'm gonna explain why I said big bro. I don't know how much time we got, but I'm gonna say this. I've always been a rider for my bros in my situation.
That's for sure.
But I've never been a nigga that be on all type. He just told you I'm the brushaway, I'm the pretty boy, black boy. But when it's time to activate, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's activate. This nigga was different.
Yeah.
But we meshed and we never had no issues.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it was all love. You hit?
And you the Joy Road Morris Chestnut, nigga. You was that nigga,
God
baby.
damn it.
Yeah.
God
That nigga
damn
was
it.
Joy Road Morris Chestnut.
God damn
He
it.
can't stop smiling. He
No,
made
I
his
was
nigga's
a
day.
bad motherfucker, baby.
I was, listen,
You ain't hip to
I was
it?
waiting on
Yeah.
the nigga. Listen,
Man,
the nigga named the
that
light
was
skinned nigga. I said, well, what about the black? That's Ivory, I'm Ebony,
Them
goddamn
niggas
it, or
had
whatever,
a movement,
nigga.
man. They
I
had a
was
black
cold.
nigga movement, man.
Listen, your man he passed.
He was a bad motherfucker, man.
But yeah, we gotta get Wanzo back in this motherfucker. Cause
Definitely got it.
we ain't have enough time, and you know how we do,
It
nigga.
was
We
beautiful,
always.
though. I love this.
I'm sitting on the phone. He didn't answer that last question, but it ain't
What
enough
was the
time.
last question?
Nigga, I asked like how many people was versus supporting and talking to you versus
I told
Sonny.
you. I can't give out a number. I said a couple
okay.
of the homies.
Okay.
showed
Yeah, he
support.
answered it.
Yeah, and a
That
couple
maybe
niggas
maybe
did, man.
maybe my drink kicked in.
No,
It
yeah, a
did.
couple
It
niggas
did.
hurt me
It
because
did.
you throw
It
up
did.
Joy Road. You know what I'm saying? But if you look, and that was my goal to showing the interviews, you throwing up some shit that niggas fought over here as teenagers fighting grown men for you to
Yeah.
throw up, and you niggas don't do shit around this bitch,
Yeah.
but throw up this hood
Just
and
throw
try
up
to
the
rep
hood.
it and look credible and be relevant, nigga.
And they tried to kick me and this nigga out of Cody because we wouldn't wear the ROTC fit. Every Wednesday they want us. Look, I'm looking at him. He like, Nigga, I ain't wearing that shit either.
Yeah.
Nigga, Chief McFarland, I'll never forget his name if you don't remember. They took us to the office like they're insubordinate, this and the third. He's so stupid, he laughing. He got me laughing. He done beat up one of the ROTC niggas that went to Ann Arbor Trail.
I got him good.
I'm like, this
Big
nigga.
He talking about, I got him good.
He fighting him.
I was scared
I'm
of that
thinking it's
nigga,
gonna
though.
be a Lessinger Ann Arbor Trail shit because it was a few of them, few of us.
I was
Once
scared
he
of that
took
nigga.
off, I sat back. Nobody did nothing, so he worked. You know what I'm saying?
I was scared of that nigga though. He was big.
He lying.
I thought that nigga was gonna whoop me.
He wasn't gonna
When I
whoop you,
got him, I
dog.
said, this
that's
nigga-
why we fight,
I said,
though.
this big nigga weak. I'm about to look pretty on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I made a name off that nigga.
My
My
nigga,
bad. Black
man.
to stop
My
this black
nigga's
on black
on,
crime
man.
and this violence.
We was kids.
Products is our environment.
Y'all niggas
Very well
remember Ross
edition,
Dog,
man.
the janitor?
Yeah, that's my people.
Niggas, he's
guy.
still out here?
No,
my
Ross
guy.
dead, man.
Ross dead?
Yeah, that
Ross
was my
used to
people.
guy.
be capping like a
Yeah,
motherfucker on
Ross a
niggas.
Fuck with you.
motherfucker.
With
Every
the
time you
rock
was
going
man,
takes
what?
bitch, a black bitch.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We got to wrap this thing up, man. We definitely gonna have Zoe back on the show again, man. The boy bringing
Man,
some
my
positive
nigga
energy
coming,
through.
man. My dog coming, man.
I appreciate you.
We appreciate
Hey,
everybody
we
who
got-
rocked out with us tonight too on the Checkup Boys.
Yes, sir.
He ain't sure.
Like, share, subscribe, and Zoe, man, get into your whole shit of what you doing right now.
Real quick,
Instagram, everything.
Shoot your info out where they can find you at.
Everything.
My name Dewan Zoe Kennedy, Dujain. I'm a community activist. I deal with violence interruption, and I also deal with emotional intelligence for the youth and transformative work for the individuals that's involved in the lifestyle.
Dog.
That's really it. Neighborhood guy. Neighborhood guy.
And we'll bring it back. He coming back. And I know he ain't gonna
Definitely
tell us
coming
no.
back to fuck with us.
I'm gonna tell you now.
He can't tell us.
I love his mama, by the way.
Yeah.
One of the realest women
Whole
I knew.
family,
Nigga,
man.
goddamn it. You already
Shout
know.
out to the whole fam, baby. You know that. My
I
show.
appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. We're gonna check y'all next week, man. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Check up, boys.
I'm a D nigga. Wouldn't you like to be a D nigga too? And do what the D